So yesterday we prepped the picture. Today we're going to prep a brush tip. So that way we could just repeatedly use the same words for our project. So we actually don't need our project from yesterday. I'll just keep that over there. And everyone is going to end up opening a new document that is your standard letter size. So you go to print at the top, print, choose letter, and you have a little drop down here, and you're going to change it to grayscale and hit create. So we just have a plain piece of paper, printer paper. Okay. So we're going to choose one font for our project, but you can pick more. I do give people the option if you want it. I just find that sometimes the more fonts you choose, the harder it is to pick a good combo. Okay. And the idea is that you're going to take your brush tip and I make a big text box like this, and I want to decide on like the words I want to see on my project. So I'm not going to worry about the font just quite yet. And because my person is Jimmy Fallon, I'm going to make one Jimmy Fallon. That's my first one. Skip a line. What are some other words you would associate with Jimmy Fallon? TV show. What do you remember? What shows? Yep, Tonight Show. And what else? What else is good? SNL. What else? Like maybe some words to describe him. What else would be a good choice? Funny. Okay. You could even do late night because both those were like late night. Okay. So the key is this. It's hard to tell you, guys. It's hard to tell you like what size is going to be appropriate, but I want to fill most of the page and leave a space between them. And the idea is I want to pick a font that's relatively easy to read. So if I go with something that's really bold for the whole thing, sometimes that's really difficult to read. And I don't want to go with something that's really, really like thin and light because sometimes that's hard to read as well. So it's kind of a combination of finding what's going to be appropriate. So maybe I'll go with something like this. That's kind of the middle. So based on this, let's narrow it down to start. Do you think it should be a serif font and be more formal, or do you think it should be a sans serif font and be more casual? Agreed with that. Okay, so we're gonna go sans serif. Okay, do you think it should be something that's more on the script side, or do you think it should be something that's more just like a block type of font? Yeah. So if I wanted to do one, maybe I'll do one of them in this kind of handwriting. I could do that, and then I'll change the other ones, and maybe I'll do something a little bit more serious, like Century Gothic, or even like a simple Arial would work out too. So if you want to do a few combos, that's fine. Maybe I'll go with like one thick one like this. I think these all are good combinations if I want to do multiples. And you can repeat some of them too. I would be okay with that too. I probably wouldn't use more than like 3 or 4 fonts or 3 or 4 words. That would be my rule. I think I'm going to make his name the boldest because it's big like that. So your goal is to come up with 3 to 4 words for your person. I would make one of them their name because that's pretty easy. And then you could choose 1 to 3 fonts to represent that person. That's part of your grade, that you pick something that's really good. You could do all the same, or you could pick 4 different. Okay. And then what we're going to do is make a brush tip. So I'm going to use my rectangle marquee, which is this second little box down. And you'll notice my text is in black. If you don't do it in black, it's not going to work correctly. So I just drew a box around Jimmy Fallon. And I'm going to go to Edit, Define Brush Preset. And you could just name it whatever you want it to be, or keep it whatever it is. And I know it looks like nothing happened, but I'm going to show you something. As you can see, when I go to my paintbrush in the next screen, I made a brush tip, which is pretty cool. Okay. So the idea is that you're going to make a brush tip for each of these words by selecting with your marquee, edit, and then what was it called? Define brush preset. Okay. And you're just going to get all your brush tips ready today. That's all you have to get done. Okay. That's it. Okay. Do you have any questions about what you need to do so far? All right, cool. Let's get started.